Hello my darlings and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome my dear. Please don't forget to subscribe and also follow me on Instagram because we have a lot of fun there. Okay guys, so I get asked this question so frequently, and that is Paulina, how to start your niche collection. How to start, what to start with, what is safe, what is not. And today I'm gonna answer that. I have a lot of fragrances prepared for you, and also I'm gonna go by brand and I'm gonna explain to you why if you want to start your niche collection, you should start with these ones. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I was thinking about it for a while, and I was thinking, should I like go more like budget friendly, or what should I do? What should I tell you? And I think that first of all, if you really love a fragrance, and I caught myself doing that many times. I love a fragrance, I really want it, but it's very expensive, right? So I'm trying so hard to get a dupe of it, you know? I am going on Fragrantica, trying to find if there's anything that smells similar but it has better price. And guys, to be completely honest, every time I've done this, I've regretted it. And in the end, I've purchased the fragrance that I wanted in the first place. I just saved up, and I would save up so much quicker if I didn't go through all these dupes. Does it make sense? I think so. So I am really in a mindset of only getting things that I really genuinely love and need and crave and cannot sleep because of it, you know? I have that. I'm guilty of it. And you're gonna go through the same thing. You're gonna go through the same thing. If you really want it, just get it, guys. If you really want it, don't buy another Dolce & Gabbana because it's on sale or you found a tester. No, just have your eyes on your goal and go there. This is my biggest advice because this is where I made mistakes the most. So I really want you to avoid that because you're gonna regret it. I can promise you, I have always regretted it. So I have some that are very expensive, but I also have more budget friendly. Why do I have more budget friendly as well? Because A, they're amazing, first of all, but also if you're just starting out with niche, you have to train your nose a little. And to train your nose a little, you have to smell different smells. Even if there's something that you don't particularly like about the fragrance, you still need to learn it, if you know what I mean. There are many notes that I have hated for the longest time, but as I have dived into fragrance world and, you know, I've started exploring more and more, I ended up loving them. So I can promise you it's gonna be the same with you because we're all the same. Yet different, but all the same. And training your nose is the key. To start with your collection, I think still you might go with something a little bit safer, you know? I know that many people love oud, but some people hate it. So, you know, if you know that you don't love oud to begin with, don't start your collection with the heaviest oud on the market, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's start. And I'm gonna start with Jo Malone, the brand I used to hate. But these two are very good. These two are really good, and I think they are definitely on the safe side when it comes to purchasing your first niche fragrances. And first one is Myrrh and Tonka. So this one, as the name suggests, Myrrh and Tonka, but this is a very sweet Tonka with a little bit of smokiness from that Myrrh. I really love it. This is unisex, definitely on the unisex side. I love when my boyfriend wears it, but I love wearing it on my own as well. It is long lasting, so you know you're not wasting your money. It will not evaporate after 2 hours. It really does last, especially on clothes. So this is good. And when it comes to the note structure, it's very simple, yet it is different enough to have it as your niche fragrance. You know what I mean? You definitely do smell craftsmanship in here. It's very, very lovely fragrance. So if you like those deeper notes, you might probably be obsessed with it. And another one from Jo Malone, and these are the only two Jo Malones that I have at the moment. I used to have so much more, especially when I lived in London and I worked there. You know, that was my favorite stop, I'll be honest. And the second one is from their Middle Eastern collection, and this is the Rose and White Musk Absolu. Fantastic fragrance, very, very rich, realistic rose. And musk, a little bit of oud, but on the back, in the background. Beautiful fragrance, very potent. It is very sweet, but yet sexy and musky, yet a little bit fresh because of that realistic of the rose. So that's very good when it comes to Jo Malone. Okay, now from the niche brand that is actually definitely on the affordable side, and this is a French brand. This is called Reminiscence, and here I have the Gourmand collection, and that is Dragee. They also have two different fragrances in this line, which I own the Guimauve one. This is a pink one, but this one to me is definitely on the safer side, and I prefer Dragee. So when it comes to this one, you have the orange blossom, almond. It's definitely a almond milky oriental fragrance. Very beautiful. That orange blossom is slightly similar to the orange blossom that you have in Elisable Parfum, or the orange blossom that you have in Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, which I will talk about in a minute actually. Yeah, this one is very long lasting. It's beautiful on your skin. It's also beautiful to freshen up your room. I'll be honest, I love using that for this because it's just so sweet and feminine and classy. It is more of a powdery fragrance, but it's also quite milky and nutty, and definitely a gourmand. So this is a very nice combination with a very good price that you should check out. Okay, still on the more affordable side of the spectrum when it comes to niche, we have Montale and Mancera, of course. So when it comes to Montale, there is so much you can choose from. I honestly feel like even though Mancera and Montale do have that note that annoys some people, which is a little bit artificial, to me, it doesn't bug me at all, I absolutely love these two brands, which are actually sister companies. Here I have Intense Cafe by Montale, which is actually very, very similar to Roses Vanille by Mancera, so either or you're good. This is a coffee vanilla rose perfume. I really, really love this, and to me, if you like sweet fragrances with oriental touches and you like coffee, obviously, you will not go wrong with this. This is very, very good of a fragrance. And when it comes to Montale and Mancera, they are powerhouses. They last so long on the skin, on the clothes, so you definitely get a good bang for your buck because they do project and last. So if you're starting out with niche, I think Montale and Mancera are those two brands that you should definitely start with and go for, because they're that good and they are not gonna break your bank. So fantastic, fantastic. There are so many that I love, but I just didn't break them here, but you get the drill. Okay, next one. We have Parfums de Marly. This is definitely on the pricier side. And as much as I love pretty much most of their fragrances, these two are definitely very safe to start your niche collection with, and also you're gonna get that feeling of luxury when you get it, you know what I mean? Because this is what we're looking for when we're buying those very expensive perfumes. We want to feel special and we want to feel rich and luxurious, and there's no way around it. This is how it is, guys. And these two to me are definitely safe. Even I would say they are safe blind buys. And this is of course Delina, the original, and we have Cassili, which is newer in my collection. Actually, it's brand new. but I love it so much. Actually, I would say this is even safer to buy than Delina. I think there is really no one in this world that would not like this fragrance, really, because it's everything in here. It is fruity, it is floral, it is sandalwood vanilla, it's creamy, it's sexy, it's fantastic for summer, spring, date night, work, anything. Guys, anything. This is just pure goodness in the bottle. It is fantastic for any occasion, wedding, wedding guests, bride, party, maybe not that much because it's not that loud, and I just personally like very loud fragrances during a party. But it's even going to be fantastic for winter. Even though it's on the fruitier side, it is balanced very, very well with vanillic note, with sandalwood and florals. Prominent on mimosa here, and also we have plum as the prominent fruity note, which plum is not really that juvenile of a fruit, is definitely on the mature side, definitely on the darker and sexier side. Beautifully balanced fragrance, quite long lasting. I would say 6-7 hours you will get from it. Projection is moderate, but this is mainly what you get with Parfums de Marly Feminine Collection. I don't really feel like they project that much. The only one from the Feminine Collection that I think really projects like crazy is Delina, but the exclusive one, which I only have a sample of, and I'm cherishing it like nothing in this world, and I'm getting a Delina exclusive. And to be like completely honest, I know I'm getting sidetracked, but I used to not like Delina exclusive at first. In the beginning I much preferred this one, but at this point, again, my nose changed, my nose got trained probably, and now I love Delina exclusive. Anyways, these two are definitely safe blind buys. You know, this one has been hyped for so long and for a good reason, and I feel like when you get Delina, you're gonna feel like I made it. You know what? Yeah, this is that feeling that it gives. So these are perfect to start your collection when it comes to niche, because they are very easy to wear. They are not hard and difficult, and you know, they're just perfect, and they are definitely on the unique side, and there is nothing like it in the designer world. So Parfums de Marly Feminine range is fantastic. I also love Meliora. Safanat is beautiful. In general, anyone can find something for themselves in there. So Parfums de Marly, very, very safe fragrances in my opinion. Okay, now when it comes to Amouage brand, I'll be completely honest, I would not go with too many of their fragrances if you're just starting out. Most of them are very incensey, very smoky, very, very spicy. And even though I've gone through so many different perfumes in my life, I'm still not there to actually enjoy them, I'll be honest. There are only a few that I really, really do enjoy, and they are definitely on the fresher side of their whole range. And one of which is Love Tuberose. This is of course for the Tuberose lovers. If you don't like Tuberose, you're not gonna enjoy this, but I know so many of you do like Tuberose. First of all, the bottle is beauty, like pure beauty, virgin, but a very, very rich virgin. She has a very rich daddy. This is Tuberose vanilla whipped cream. This is mainly what you get. So you get a massive punch of white floral with very sweet gourmandish notes of whipped cream and vanilla. So if you like Tuberose but you don't want it to be too much, you don't want it to be too dirty, too dusty, you definitely need to check it out, because this is one of the safest Tuberose that I have experienced. So Amouage, from the whole line, I will definitely recommend this one. Also another fantastic one which I don't own yet but I love is Reflection, and this is very green fragrance, but it's sweet at the same time, it's fresh. It is a little bit similar to the Apple from Donna Karan, but definitely more sophisticated and fantastic. So yeah, these two Amouage are amazing, but the rest I would be very, very careful, especially if you're blind buying. So that's that. Okay, another brand that I really love is of course Kurjan, and these are the two that I would recommend to start with. First, of course, Baccarat Rouge. To me, this is like the best scent ever. And if you don't like it, you don't like it, and I get it. Some people don't like it, but in general, a lot of people love it, and to me, this is one of the best sophisticated sweet fragrances that there is. It is quite transparent, but it does project enormously. Even if you don't smell it, people will. I told you the story many times. I've been chased around restaurants and streets to tell people what I'm wearing. So, you know, it just tells you everything. And I feel like with the Kurjan, you really get amazing quality. And even though they are very expensive, I think they are actually really worth it. The only thing, if you do have budget and you still again want to save money at the same time, I would go for bigger bottles, because the ratio is so much better if you get a bigger bottle of Kurjan. This is 200 ml and is not that much expensive, much more expensive than the original 70 ml. So I would highly recommend it. And to me, one of the safest blind buys of Kurjan is Gentle Fluidity Gold for women. Of course, they're unisex, but this is more towards women. And this one is a beautiful sweet vanilla with juniper berries, a little bit spicy, but all in all, super feminine, very sophisticated fragrance. Again, it's kind of like the same story with Cassili. This is perfect for wearing as a bride, as a wedding guest, to work, to date night. Not that much to a party again, because it's just that, you know, soft and just innocent, you know, not for a party. But in general, this is a beautiful all-rounder, all year round. You're gonna love it. So I highly recommend that. And last but not least, I need to, of course, they're good, guys. I just have a very flimsy table, and I think I almost broke them with my sleeve, but we're good, don't worry, they're okay. Of course, I need to talk about Kilian, and I'm gonna give you a few information about Kilian that you need to know. First of all, most of their fragrances do not project like crazy, and this is a fact. And no matter how much I love the brand, they don't project like crazy. Some do more than others, but you have to be aware of the fact that they are not Montale. They are not Montale. Same with Cassili. This is not Montale projection. You have to be aware of it, you know. But they are still beautiful. And the two that are very safe, in my opinion, are of course Love Don't Be Shy and Liaison's Dangerous Typical Me. With Typical Me is not very hyped, but to me this is a very safe unisex fragrance, and I was quite surprised because I thought at first that it's very feminine, but my boyfriend started wearing it and I was obsessed with how he smelled. Obsessed. So this is more of a fruity fragrance, but it has so much more to it. It has cinnamon, it has amber if I'm not mistaken, it has peach, coconut, plum, so much. And you don't smell it at first, but it is very complex and it makes it so beautiful, yet is one of the most easy fragrance to wear from Kilian range. Definitely one of the most easiest one to wear. I would also say Bamboo Harmony is very easy to wear, but I would not invest in that one for a niche first fragrance, because it's not worth your money and you can get something similar for much cheaper. With Typical Me, it is unique enough to invest in, and I love it. The next one, of course, as I said, is Love Don't Be Shy. In here you have to love gourmands, you have to love sweet, and you have to love oriental flowers like neroli and honeysuckle. but to me this is one of the most beautiful fragrances I own, and even though this has been reformulated, the older version was definitely more potent, this still does project and it still does last. So I'm unhappy but happy about it, you know what I mean? So yeah, Love Don't Be Shy is fantastic if you love Oriental Gourmands. Because to me this is definitely on the Oriental Gourmand side because of those neroli touches. So yeah, that is it guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Of course there are so many other niche brands that are worth investing in, but you know, we would be sitting here all night. These are the ones that I really recommend starting with. This is also what I have started with. I actually did start with Montale, and then I moved on to Parfums de Marly and Kilian, and the rest just came with time. So yeah, be patient with yourself, and again guys, I really cannot stress it enough. Don't buy those cheaper alternatives because you're not going to be fully happy. It's really much better to wait and finally get what you really want and deserve, my love. Okay, thank you so much for watching guys, and see you in my next video. Bye!